Mic check. What's kicking? Mr. Batch, I'm on this side, you're on that side. Alrighty then. What I'd like to kick it about is my NFL. That's right. The favorite sports of sports that I love. Alright, I was online not too long ago, and I got my I always go to NFL.com and check out what the teams are doing, and I ran across this little video through the NFL Network. The link through the NFL Network, the Rookie Symposium, and the speaker was Cris Carter. Now, wow, that's pretty interesting. Cris Carter was speaking there, so I fired it up and peeped it out, and the clips that they had on that one, it's like the first thing he said, this is a man's league. I don't care what they told you in Pop Warner, high school, college, this is a man's league. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And as it goes along, he rattled off the names of Ryan Leaf, Pac-Man Jones, Michael Vick, Dante Stallworth, Plaxico Burress. And he was saying, yeah, they were all sitting here. They all heard the same thing that these guys heard. And I said, whoa. Wow, I'm like, yeah, that's right. So Roger Goodell and the crew and the NFL has had this instituted for years, and they're giving these guys some insight of what to do, what not to do, trying to let them know that this is what the NFL is all about. But this is a different NFL now because Roger Goodell is in charge. And guess what? As my man Cris Carter said, Roger's going to sit you down. And the reason he said that is that, he was serious about it. He rattled off those names that you just heard. Michael Vick Plaxico Burress, Dante Stallworth. Now, the previous commissioner, when he was in charge, it took a while before judgment was passed down. If it wasn't late in that season, it was next season. It was just a slap on the wrist. Now, Cris Carter had said something pretty key here during that little clip there. He said that Cris Carter and Michael Irvin, if Roger Goodell was the commissioner, they wouldn't be playing. I'm like, wow. That means that Roger Goodell ain't playing. There's no more, transgressions and stuff like that. It's going to be like put on the back burner. We're going to take care of it now and get it out the way, which I don't blame him. You know why? I read an editorial in the daily newspaper here in New York City when Michael Vick was getting ready to get out and go to home confinement. This person had said to the effect that they would swear off football, get rid of paraphernalia, wouldn't let their kids watch football anymore because he just didn't like all the stuff that happened with Vick. He was heinous, he's out. I believe in second chances, but you messed up. Bottom line. So Roger Goodell is trying to protect his package. He's got fans, like how I read in the editorial, who are very against this kind of behavior and stuff like that. And you've got Cris Carter, who was part of the symposium, speaking to the rookies to this effect. So the fans out there should not feel or think that the NFL is not going to be proactive to this disruptive behavior outside of the game, which impacts the game because they're bringing it. Because with the internet now, anything that happens, click, 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 it's going to be out there. Twitter, Facebook, TMZ, it's going to be out there. Versus 20 years ago when it took a minute for all this stuff to get out. So on that note, Roger Goodell is doing what he's supposed to do because he's the new sheriff in town.
What? Oh, you check your what? Yeah.